this trailer, because of the height of it, and if anybody has ever used a trailer with a small wheel, they're basically useless and they don't roll around in the dirt very well whatsoever. Much like if you tried to run a skateboard in the dirt, it doesn't work. So I wanted to use a large wheel. So the jack I chose was oversized and had a larger wheel. The problem with a larger wheel is when your frame is only 10 inches off the ground and the wheel itself is 8, then when you go strap it beside your frame, you can't even lift it down to the position of being level because it's too tall. So on the other fact is, I don't love the way they do the brackets on these things. I just wanted something a little cleaner and simpler. And like I said, I wanted the big wheel so it would move easily around in the dirt. Why have to lift it everywhere just because you have a tiny wheel on your jack? You're better off to make a mounting plate, change the positioning, and get a proper load rated wheel with a nice big wheel that will roll properly in the dirt. And the other thing to consider is the fact that the wheel hangs down, therefore you lose clearance. So this way, by lifting it up, you gain ground clearance, which is helpful in other ways. So the entire bracket was made out of 1/4 inch plate, except for the sides is 1/8, because they don't require a lot of strength. They were basically to close it all in. Except for the inner bracket for the upper holes, I used 1/2 inch plate because I wanted something substantial to be able to drill and then tap for the upper bolts, because it's only attached to the frame on the 2 bottom bolts. Basically, I used flat bar that was 6 inch and then just cut it down to whatever I needed. So and then a piece of angle. So the piece that faces the jack is one solid piece, top to bottom, and then the bottom that goes across the frame to meet that tall piece is angle iron that was 3 inch that I cut down so it was perfectly fit, and then it was welded, and then there was one small piece at the top to kick it out enough that I would have enough room for my block where the bolt threads into, and for a nice angle to add a lot of strength. And then I welded it all together and polished it up. With all of this type of bracketry, when you're trying to smooth something, you have to make sure you bevel all the edges so you're not grinding off your welds. So always position your bevels to leave you the most amount of weld that's possible. So all of this was all beveled and then filled with weld, and then when I grind it smooth, I didn't grind all my weld off. I was able to smooth it out really nicely and have a lot of meat left. So keep that in mind when making these kind of things, that beveling makes a huge difference, and I highly recommend doing it, and I wouldn't want to smooth things that weren't beveled. Jack's all done. Mount. I bolted it on. I got switched out for some stainless hardware. Other than that, works really good. Goes up and down nice. Moves around fantastic. With the 8-inch wheel, it really is going to be super nice to have. I will show you what it looks like up. So this is the only thing I gotta fix, is this dangly handle, which is just gonna be a pain. I might even make a nice bracket to hold that up. We'll see, but this is crap. So I will probably make some sort of mount that'll hold it there. Just clearance-wise and everything, it's a problem, and it looks stupid, and I have it swing around. But yeah, no, I'm really pleased. This works really well. It's nice and easy, nice big wheel to roll around. So yeah, very pleased. It worked out really good. So I didn't video a lot of it. I'm sorry. I've just been so busy and so tired. I did take some pictures of how I did it. I'll post some pictures up so you can see what I did.